Hey, this is the Review Revolution coming at you with not another Marvel Legends figure. In fact, we will get back to those after the weekend, but instead we are going to celebrate the holiday with, two reviews, this being one. This is actually just one, with another one tomorrow morning. But we're taking a look first at... I'm not a horror movie fan. I've said it before. I'll keep saying it. I know the big ones. I've seen the big ones. I think in some kind of order, I may have even seen most of them. But I couldn't tell you a whole lot about them. This one, on the other hand, I know, I like, and I've enjoyed from the time I first saw it. It's just really cool. And, of course, it's My Bloody Valentine. Figured this was the perfect day to show it off. My Bloody Valentine. Now, this one here being the original, released back in 1981, and really kind of it predates some of the bigger slasher films that came along, and I think it really helps set the pace or the pattern that the slasher films kind of eventually followed. The general idea being that in a mining town there was a cave-in, and it trapped miners in the rubble. And one of the miners, Harry Wharton, actually had killed the others and ate their body and just did some really great gross stuff, going nuts. Harry then proceeded to escape from the hospital and basically massacred like 22 people. So that's how the killer first came about. And it all occurred on Valentine's Day. It all occurred during a Valentine's Day party when he killed everyone. And so there was the legend that if there was ever another Valentine's Day social event, Harry Wharton would come back and start killing people again. And that is the premise of this movie. So it takes the teenagers, out having a good time, just ignoring the legends, which is just a recipe for disaster, and them getting picked off one by one. It's really good. It's actually one piece of trivia about this, which is actually kind of cool, is that, of course, it says includes never seen before deleted footage, and it says watch deleted footage separately or as part of the film. Turns out from and I didn't know this at first, but it turns out that when this movie was first released back in 1981, it went back several times to have its content toned down. It was just apparently too gross for 1981. They did go ahead and put it back in, which, when you watch it, you really can't see, or you wouldn't be able to tell really what they would have considered going too far, because it's really pretty tame by today's standards. But a really great story, really good ending. This one, I like this one as far as the fact that it fits that slasher film vibe. It's really good. And the mask and the mining helmet and of course the pickaxe that he carries, just all the things that turn Harry Wharton into what could be a very iconic killer. So I really did enjoy the first one. Now, apparently there had been a lot of talk about doing a sequel, which never happened. But instead, we did get, last year, My Bloody Valentine in 3D. And of course, you can see on the box kind of the swing coming at you. Get your heart broken was the tagline. This one was cross your heart and hope to die. Like a lot of films that have come out recently, this was not so much as a remake as it is kind of a reboot. Because whereas in the original, the whole idea was that if you had a Halloween, Freudian slip, Valentine's Day party, Harry Wharton would come to kill you. Here, Harry Wharton just happens to be the killer that happens to be who happened to kill at the time when the characters involved were teenagers, and he just reappears as the love triangle is brought back together. So they kind of left a lot of the Valentine's Day part of it out, and really just turned it into kind of this bizarre love twist or love triangle twist kind of thing, which I didn't really care for as much. It works, but it certainly seems more like a reboot of the story than an actual like retelling. The one thing I did like about this one is that it is shot in 3D, and I did double check. This is the first horror film to be shot in 3D. And I have to say, it's really good. I mean, even without some, high dollar HD TV or anything too special, the 3D effects that you get on this are really, really good, and it's really nice. It is shot both in the 3D with 2D version, just if you wanted to. Comes with 4 pairs of glasses, which I've put 2 of them to use, and just a really, really good story, or a really, really good horror flick. This is a modern day version, which I think the original certainly needed, but it's a reboot and not told quite as well. So with a little bit of tweaking from the first story, or I guess taking the first story, tweaking it a little bit, the My Bloody Valentine reboot could very easily have just been a sequel. But without giving much away, you'll have to watch it yourself. You'll find that that's not really the way they left it. Either one of them are left open to sequels. In some ways, I would hope they would go and do a sequel on this one, but I'm sure it can be done, so it really wouldn't matter. But as for today, that's been the first part of a 2-part Valentine's Day Review Revolution set. I certainly thank you for watching. I want to to congratulate the Review Spot on his 1-year anniversary. Good going, guy. I hope you're around for many more years to come. But guys, certainly thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and be back tomorrow. Bye bye.